According to Wikipedia, a superpower can be defined as a state with a dominant position characterized by its extensive ability to exert influence or project power on a global scale, which is done through the combined means of economic, military, technological, and cultural strength. The term superpower was first applied post-World War II to the United States and the Soviet Union. At the end of the Cold War in 1991, when the Soviet Union was disintegrated, the United States was pretty much left standing alone as the world's undisputed superpower. So what about India? India lags far behind its peers under all four superpower headings. Here's a breakdown. Economic. Nearly half of the country is still dependent on agriculture, yet its share of GDP is a mere 17%. That's poor on all levels. Analysts are already worrying that India's demographic dividend, its vast pool of young people, will become a curse. Without jobs, all those young people could drag the country down instead of pushing it towards upper middle income status, which largely denotes when a country is becoming progressive. By 2025, India will become the world's most populous nation. Much of this growth is taking place in two states, Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, some of the poorest regions in the country. Therefore, vibrant economic growth is unlikely, let alone being sustainable in India in the foreseeable future. On top of that, we are already witnessing the first signs of stagnation in the Indian economy. Military. During most international conflicts, India's military has only been active in providing humanitarian assistance in non-combat roles. A large percentage of India's armed forces are stationed along the country's extensive border areas with Pakistan and China. This inefficient allocation of military resources has limited India's power projection beyond its borders. Also, India does not have a strong weapons manufacturing industry, so it imports an overwhelming amount of sophisticated military hardware from abroad, mostly from Russia. Moreover, India's existing conventional military equipment is in severe need of modernization. Technology. India is often considered to be the world's office. This is mainly due to the availability of the large pool of highly skilled, low-cost English-speaking workforce. It is fair to say that India has shown impressive ability in information technology and business process outsourcing industries. However, these growth sectors are the exception rather than the norm. Cultural. India has achieved some success on the cultural front after Prime Minister Modi took office, but this alone won't be enough. For one thing, in a largely agricultural country, there are huge internal wealth and income disparities across India. Also, only 3.4% of total federal spending is earmarked for education. Neither is India a member of the UN Security Council or the G7. In addition, Prime Minister Modi's Make in India has failed to take off because it would have required fundamental changes to labor and land laws. There's also the problem of India's media being largely controlled by extremely corrupt politicians and industrialists who play a major role by misleading the public with the incorrect information. Inevitably, this leads to the formation of oligopolies and monopolies. This can be observed in various sectors in India, namely the railways, aeronautics, coal, and oil, where state-owned corporations have formed an oligopoly. As a result, this crony capitalism has led to a slowdown in technological advancement. In effect, corruption has ruined India's economy. In fact, corruption has risen to the very top. In a recent notorious case, India's former finance minister was arrested on corruption charges. A report published by the London School of Economics states that poor leadership, extreme social divisions, internal security threats, and religious extremism are all factors of India's stunted growth and development. Until India provides a better education for her citizens, improves its legal and enforcement systems, and cuts out its cancerous corruption, India will never become a superpower. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this every Friday.